hitting daytime and evenings, and you know, it might even be that they're available for even a couple of events here and there that aren't downtown. I mean, you have to look at the number of hours involved, but I guess that was one of my thoughts. And then I had on my list, and I didn't have a chance the latter part of, or the first part of this week to actually do the internet search on it. But I know some communities have passed sidewalk alcohol ordinances where they allowed, and technically that officer that said you had to go back inside when you drink was right. I mean, technically, if it's not council authorized like we've done for some events, you're not supposed to have the alcohol out there. But the idea behind the ordinance would be, it would be a standing law, you know, you could have that drink on the sidewalk. And that would actually address that issue. Then what we would need to do for Irish Fling or any special event where we want to allow, let's say in an event cup for you to carry alcohol throughout the downtown, then council would take an action on it.
The law also says 3 foot of that sidewalk I can serve on.
That's right.
3 foot of that sidewalk is mine. I mean, it's
an attitude that come up. At first,
I don't allow them to take a beer and walk up Main Street. They sit out at the table.
Those people assume they can do it because it's been done years past. Pour it out or you're going to jail. That was the word.
It's probably all of us, not just 1 or 2 of them that are doing it. They're all, it's a freak together.
It's an epidemic that runs through once they get through.
And it's not some road rookie cop. It's the next level up at least.
But if you can drink on Main Street, Columbia, surely you can drink on Main Street.
One would think.
Well, Mayor Benjamin, he'll tell you, he's really neat. He'll come up here. I want to see more of the Mayor Benjamin than I do these folks up here, the public people, like y'all.
Well, you know, I don't think there'd be any issues with council supporting the ordinance. I mean, I hadn't told anyone about, with it about it, but I know when we have these event requests come in, I've not seen a council deny one, so, you know.
Well, the problem is the people, the festivals are still not, or the events are still not as festival as they should be.
Right.
Because even now, when you allow drinking, the people think you're vaping. They don't trust it. They are not coming down. It is one of the one of the reasons why attendance and participation has gone down in every single event we have.
Well, it was like Oktoberfest. We were told we could, then we were told we couldn't. But the Opera House is doing it right in their little zone.
Right.
And customers were walking all up and down Main Street with beer. But we wasn't allowed to sell it on the square. When I bought $400 worth of beer to sell on the square because I was told I could.
Our customers didn't wander out.
I think the ordinance would be. I would as a business owner think that that's, you know, this meeting, the one last time is what can the city do, what do we need to do, and what do we need to do together. And I think the ordinance that you suggested, I would love to see something like that addressed. That's something the city can easily do to help alleviate the challenge that we have. With that scenario, maybe diffuse or at least offset some of the challenges that we have.
Relax and get rid of the tension.
It ties in with the streetscape too, because I mean, it not only is creating body heat out on the sidewalk, but when you drive by, there's activity.
Right.
When you've got people out there. So
I've got people who want 2 glasses of wine, want to sit out there right where Lindsay is, and they go out and I go, you know, the police have said they'll ticket you, but I haven't seen the more mature folks go out there being bothered. So I'm kind of like.
It will happen because Nancy actually said that.
But if we say there is an ordinance that they can go out there, I say yes, go out there.
The city proved its point in the vote with the restaurant alcohol sales. Right. It passed, what, 4-1?
Yeah.
Talking about Sunday alcohol?
Yeah.
6 to 1 on the council.
Who's open? Sean and I.
Yeah.
We're it.
Yeah.
We're it.
But I'd love to put people out on the street.
So the city wanted it. The citizens of this town wanted it.
That's right. Because then
73%.
How about German? When we had the German festival, they drank. On
they gave us cups that we could pour in.
Cups.
Okay. And they gave us so many cups, and they could leave premise with the cups as long as they stayed within the boundaries set by the jurisdiction.
Because probably about 2 years ago, we had lots of people. Where they were going bar to bar to bar.
And bottom line, everybody's just got to relax with this. There's going to be people get out of hand. There's going to be a couple of arrests, but those are the idiots. People got to relax, and the tension will take care of itself. I mean, you know, look at last Oktoberfest. What, at 3 o'clock, they were taking tents up in front of our restaurant. 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we got to look at how long Oktoberfest is going to happen if we continue on that trend. And Oktoberfest was huge. The first year we were open was the biggest day we've ever had. And I would say, what, 14, 15,000 people. We had Newberry homecoming. Yeah, it was a pain in the butt to work between here and there and everything else, but it worked. This past year, what, 8 if you count high? And business, and my whole point to this is relax and get it all back and pull everybody together. Otherwise, tents going up at 3 o'clock. You got vendors that's not coming back because they didn't make a dime.
I agree. It was weird working Oktoberfest. Great day for us. One of our best days since we've been open in February. But it was weird at 4:30. There's a truck going down Main throwing bales of hay in the back, and it was done. 4:30, 5 o'clock. The street was wrapped up. The whole festival.
Way to resolve that.
Yeah, it needs to be an all-day
event. Have it at nighttime on a Friday or something,
Yeah,
like Greenville does. You got people guarding the stuff. They cover it up. They leave it.
That
You got
should be a
people,
weekend festival.
yeah, you got people downtown all the time.
But I think those are things that we talk about. What can we do right away? Tackle the simple stuff first. And I think all of this feedback is stuff what we can do for next Oktoberfest and these other things that we can do.
Merrick Mosley here tonight, they were the last band to play at Oktoberfest, and a handful of people because they were playing at 4 o'clock. And so, I mean, we had a 5-hour Oktoberfest this year.
I don't know about you guys, but I got to pee. I think this is great. I've got to run, but I think this is great. I think the key is continuing the motivation of all the people here and the dialogue with the city. And I'm not going to BS here. The things that you promised tonight, the more we can promise and deliver on, the more you guys can promise and deliver on, the more we'll move forward. We can have another meeting next month to bitch all.
Yeah, that's what I would ask. Jeff, Matt, let's set a date. Let's do just what you did this year.
Yeah, set a date for next month.
Can I mention a couple of kind of major items, and I know they may be longer term and there are immediate steps that need to be taken in terms of action items, but I think they're pretty significant. I want to mention too. In addition to the streetscape project, a major item is the Burbage project, and I know that's been dormant now for a month and a half. The building's been gutted. The pricing has been obtained on the steel work that will be done inside. I mean, you'll have to basically stabilize the wall with steel. There'll be a steel tray system installed for the second floor, poured in place concrete floor. We're going to extend the second floor of the building. If you're looking at it from Boyce Street, there's a first floor portion of the old men's shop, and it was really a minor expense in terms of the total project cost. Extend the second floor out so that it's the entire footprint of the building, and using the steel roof system and the bar joist system, there won't be any need for columns on the second floor or partition walls. So there'll be about 4,600 square feet of open space on the second floor. We'll try to promote it for or market it for future redevelopment, and we'll try to find somebody we can hand it off to. So that's a major project. Of course, the outward appearance of the building will be dealt with too. It will be cleaned up, repainted.
It was brilliant what y'all did for Christmas.
Brilliant.
Really good.
Not looking through the windows to see the sky, I think makes a big difference. There's no roof, but all of that makes it not stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, and while it's under construction too, it'll kind of conceal what's going on inside to a certain degree, which may be a good thing. We'll have to put some construction lighting in there so you can see once the roof goes on. On the Jezebel side, there's a couple of broken windows, and the ideal thing would be to deal with all the windows at one time. I hope that in the contingency that there's enough money for replacement windows. Windows would probably be the last thing that would occur, for obvious reasons too. So on Jezebel's, we may do the same thing with an OSB board, paint it black, paint the invitation sashes on it, and kind of complete that look on the block while it's under construction. Another major thing, I actually had to leave the merchant meeting last Thursday early because I got an appointment set up with the county administrator, and he had a meeting with him, the county attorney, and some other folks. Was this concept of, it's not really extending the tax increment finance district, but I don't know if y'all all understand how that works, but basically, right now of course you're receiving 2 tax bills, downtown with the properties, and the one bill that has the -99 on it represents the growth that's occurred in the tax base downtown since '98 when the TIF was established. And that money has gone toward paying the construction debt off on the Opera House.